What up, everybody? You know what I'm saying? TTC, YouTube, Not Empire, Faithful, you know what I'm saying? All that. It's your boy Mailman back at it again. You know what I'm saying? I know I hadn't made a video in a long time, but I'm here back once again to try to talk about my Niners. You know, what we're going to do, you know, this upcoming season. I didn't make a draft video, so I got a lot of catching up to do. 49ers started training camp back, you know, and right now everything seems to be in place. We seem to be looking good. Everybody seems to be in pretty good shape. Deshaun Ghostin, even though he didn't get a long-term deal, which I'm kind of a little disappointed about, he did sign the franchise tender, so he will play on the franchise tag, which means our whole entire defense is back intact now, ready to do some fucking damage for the 2012 season, ready to see what's up with that, and we're going to find out. But let's get down into it, you know what I'm saying, talk about my Niners a little bit, how we're looking. You know, in the draft we picked up, you know, some pieces or whatnot, you know, starting out with that, you know, the first round pick of A.J. Jenkins. Personally, you know what I'm saying, I was just as shocked as everybody else. Didn't think that we were going to get A.J. Jenkins, you know, when he said that, when Trent Baalke said, you know, we know who we're going to pick and we know he's going to be there, you know, and I was looking at wide receivers. I kind of, in my mind, really honestly thought it would be Brian Quick from Appalachian State, but he ended up going to the Rams. A.J. Jenkins, you know what I'm saying, seems like he's got some wheels, he's got some speed, you know, pretty decent hands, get down the field, another guy that can stretch the field along with Randy Moss. You know, we're going to see what he's do. You know, there were some concerns about his conditioning or whatnot, but it seems like he's coming into the training camp, and from what I'm hearing, seems like he's fixed that, so that's all good. Another piece that we added in the draft, LaMichael James, very excited about him joining. You know, now, you know, you got Frank Gore, you got Kendall Hunter, Brandon Jacobs, and LaMichael James to fit in the mix. Quick change of pace back, very explosive, very elusive, can catch the ball out the backfield, also can be a weapon in the return game. So we're going to see what LaMichael James does. I think that he was a very good addition to our team. Everybody, you know, all the Niner fans want to write Frank Gore off and all this shit. But me, like I said, I still got faith in Frank. I still think that, you know, he's still going to touch the ball at least 17 times a game for us. You know, at least 15 to 17 times a game. Now, I can see Frank, you know, touching the ball that much still. You know, don't get me wrong, Kendall Hunter, you know what I'm saying, Michael James, and even Brandon Jacobs going to get in and get their carries and all of that, but I still see Frank Gore being the workhorse and being the workload for this franchise. And me, my opinion, I still think Frank has 3 good years left in him. Another, you know what I'm saying, people that we drafted, like I said, I didn't make a draft video, so I'm trying to catch back up. Joe Looney from Wake Forest, you know, another guard, even though Alex Boone's been working out at the right guard position. You know, he's a guy that maybe might compete along with him and Daniel Kilgore. You know, even though I stated many times Daniel Kilgore is one of my favorite guys, you know, that I like coming in training camp. I think that Daniel Kilgore is a guy that I think can get the job done. Although there are reports that they ended up switching Daniel Kilgore to center. I guess they're trying to do that for long term because they don't know maybe what's going to go on with Jonathan Goodwin in the future. So Daniel Kilgore's been moved to center. Alex Boone is now, you know, playing guard, and you know, I know that Alex Boone the last couple of years has worked out hard, so we're gonna see how that works out. You know, Alex Boone working out at right guard. They say he's looking good, so you know, we'll see how that happens and all that kind of stuff. You know, another guy that we drafted, Trent Robinson out of Michigan State. We needed some safety depth. You know, he definitely seems like he can add that, especially with you know, now that we're so, you know, limited at safety and stuff like that. Reggie Smith ended up leaving, so, you know, Dante Whitner and Deshaun Ghostin, You know, have a little help back there, have a little depth at safety with Trent Robinson, and we're gonna see what that kid does. I mean, but you know, I'm not gonna go through the entire draft. I'm just gonna hit the high points of the guys, you know, that got drafted or whatnot. Another guy, Cam Johnson, that I really like, outside linebacker. You know, gives us more depth at the outside linebacker position. And our other rookie, Fleming, he got hurt, you know, from Notre Dame. Cam Johnson from Virginia, and he's going to be out. I think it tore his ACL, so I was looking forward to really kind of like, he kind of reminded me of Terrell Suggs. Fleming did. But, you know, it doesn't matter. We'll see what we can do. Cam Johnson, you know what I'm saying, a really good player, a damn good player. Dropped down in the draft because of sickle cell, you know, thing, anemia that he had, and people were kind of scared off by that. But, you know, this upcoming season should be something good. Alex Smith now has the weapons, and Randy Moss, and they say he's looking like the old Randy Mario Manningham. You know, Michael Crabtree has to step his game up. I know a lot of people talk about Kyle Williams, but despite what a lot of people say, and yeah, he did fuck up in the NFC Championship game, but Kyle Williams was productive in some of those regular season games that we had last year. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. He was somewhat productive in a couple of games we had. He was somewhat productive, and I think the kid has some potential. I'm willing to give him another chance to just try to see if he can redeem himself. Like I said, I already talked about the offensive line already. I already talked about the running backs. As far as the defense is concerned, I mean, the way it's set up right now, it's no reason why I don't see us being the #1 ranked defense coming into the league. I mean, this defense is right now set to make, make a very huge impact, more of an impact than they made last year, and make some strides. You know, for me, the way this team right now is looking, man, you know, I don't see how anybody can't say that we aren't championship contenders with the team that we have, you know, right now. I mean, it's looking that way. Me personally, in my opinion, anything short of an NFC championship or a Super Bowl would be very disappointing, you know. I mean, all in all, everybody wants to win the big game, and that's the Super Bowl. I want to win the fucking Super Bowl. Let me make that clear now. I don't want to just get to the NFC Championship and all that shit. I want to win the Super Bowl. I don't give a fuck who we lose to get there and all in the regular season and all that shit. I want to win the fucking Super Bowl. Whatever it fucking takes to get that fucking championship, that's what I want my team to do. You know, but that's really about it. You know, I just wanted to make a short, brief video on some things, catch up on some stuff. You know, we looking real good right now. You know, everything seems to be in place. Jim Harbaugh is doing a heck of a fucking job, and you know, that's really about it, man. You know, I'll be back to come back and make some more videos and stuff. You know, and that's really about it. That's all I got to say. Once again, it's your boy Mailman, everybody, the best, the greatest, and the sweetest trash talker out there in the TTC, and I am out of here.